Today I'm going to update you on the Essence Spring 2025 update. I tried a bunch of things in a first impressions video and now I'm coming back to tell you how I feel after testing these more thoroughly. The thing I'm gonna start out with here is something that I really enjoy, and this is the Essence Drop of Sunshine highlighting drops. These have hyaluron and niacinamide. These are liquid highlighting drops for an instant glow, perfect alone or mixed with daily care and foundation. I really like this as a primer, but I also really like this as a highlighter. You can use it a little bit more pinpointed or you can use it just all over the face. What I really like about this is that this is very thin and serum-like and it's truly a glow. It's not shimmery, it's not pigmented, it doesn't really add a lot of color. It's really just that glow that you add to the face that looks really beautiful and natural. And I feel like this is really nice to just mix in with things. You can also thin things a little bit, like take away a little bit of pigment but also make them look more glowy. I really like these bronzing drops and highlighting drops from Essence because they are not glittery and I don't feel like they emphasize any weirdness. They don't make my skin look drier, which is also an issue that I've had with some of these highlighting drops. Like the highlighting drops, for example, from Makeup Revolution, they were too pigmented and they didn't really give that glow. I felt like they just had a little bit of a weird consistency and just really lay on top of the skin really weirdly. This is just such a nice add-on and just a thing that is very versatile. I really enjoy this. This one doesn't really have much of a scent, but the bronzing drops do. So I actually kind of like these better than the bronzing drops because of that, because they don't have that very strong scent. I did get a question if this is somewhat similar to one of my favorites in my collection. This is the Radiance Boost Serum Face Base by Kiko Milano. This one does have a little bit more of a nude color to it. It does give also really that healthy glow without a shimmer, but this one has almost a little bit of coverage to it and I don't feel like this has any coverage. I think this one is gonna work on most skin tones. Of course, I've only tried it on my own skin tone, but I do feel like that it's gonna work. Then another product that I actually think is a really good product is the Essence Foundation Stick. So Catrice and Essence both have come out with their own version of a like skin tint or foundation stick. This is a foundation stick. The Catrice one is definitely a skin tint stick. It's very glowy. This is more of a skin-like finish, the Essence one, and it's also a little bit more pigmented. We also have a lot more colors in this range. The thing about this Essence one is it looks really great on the skin. It really blends in very nicely. It looks very skin-like. It's buildable. I don't really have any issues with this, but the thing with this one is that it is very heavily scented. Like it's very strong. It's a strong kind of like florally perfume and in a way that I just don't enjoy. Generally, I don't like it when there is perfume or scent in my like skin products, but I definitely sometimes look past it if I really like the product. But the thing is, I bought the wrong shade in this one. There's such a big shade range that I feel like it becomes a little more difficult to find the right shade. Usually when there's like 7 shades, I'm like the lightest or the second to lightest. And here I was really like, which one should I buy? I don't know. And this one is definitely too light for me. I can, however, tell from this that this is a very good formulation because it blends into the skin so effortlessly, so seamlessly, while it is the wrong shade. But the fact that this is so scented and the Catrice one is also amazing. I really love it. I use this all the time now. Makes me not really reach for this one. Like I've done some wear tests, I've tried it with different products, but I don't really reach for it and I don't really think I'm gonna buy the right shade for this. Like this shade, I'm never this shade. Like I'm the fairest now that I will be basically ever. Like February is the month that I'm at my very fairest, and then in the summer I get a little bit more tan. So I think a lot of people will be able to enjoy this, and I think a lot of people will be able to find their shade, which is really great. And it's just, it works really well, but the scent that really does something to me, it is just putting me off from this product. It just doesn't smell good. Then I tried the Essence Brow Powder Duo Set in the lightest shade. This is 01 Light. It has a little brush. I think this works really well. I really like the tones in here. It's just a really nice cool toned ashy light brown and a cool toned ashy kind of like dark blonde shade. It works really well. It lasts well. You can be pretty precise. I do find myself still reaching the most for my like brow pencils. I just like that way of application. But I did get a comment of someone saying that this lasts really well if you wear your brows in like more extreme circumstances. I think maybe it was with cycling through the rain or something like that. I do really like it. But maybe I should also buy a brow brush and then combine that, because this tiny brow brush, even though I'm really happy that it's in here, I think it's great that it's in here, and you wouldn't want to have a full-size brush in the packaging because then the packaging would get super bulky. I do think that using such a small brush is a little bit difficult, but the brow powder itself has a really nice amount of pigmentation, it lasts well, and I really like the color. So it's a great product if you like a brow powder. Next up, this one I've been using so much. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara in Black Brown. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing this so much. This is a very volumizing mascara. I think it's really easy to apply. It lasts long on me. It is a really nice color. A little dark on me. It's a little darker than the Lash Without Limits brown from Essence as well. Like, this is my favorite color I think in mascara, but it's also a little bit softer. I like a softer look. This is also more lengthening. This is definitely more volumizing. These do not give the same effect at all, and also this one doesn't last as well. So I'm kind of like switching it up. Like, one look I will use this one, the other look I will use this one. This one I grab for if I want a little bit more of a dramatic look because of the color. And then I also grab for this one if I want my mascara to really last. No smudging, no flaking. I think this is a great mascara. The volume is amazing. I really love the way my lashes look with this. It is just a really nice one. Also very affordable. I really love this one. This is like my new favorite. Like, these are my top two. Then let's talk about the Essence Soft Touch Mousse Blush. I got the shade 10 Cozy Clay at the time that I bought my Essence products. There were only 2 shades available at the Booty Shop website, so I got the lightest shade. And this one, this is not the right blush color for me, but I thought maybe I could use it as a bronzer. And I think that works. It works as a bronzer for me. The thing with this formula is that it's very mattifying. It's really easy to blend. It looks really smooth on the skin, but it's extremely mattifying. So if you love a super matte like look on the skin, then this could definitely be something for you. I think it's interesting that they have a product like this in the collection. I do think that the texture is very interesting. It's kind of indeed moussey, but then it also kind of falls apart when you touch it. Like, not when you touch it with a brush, but when I touched it, when I did my first impression video to do the swatch, it kind of like fell apart around there. It's a really interesting thing here. It's kind of looking like a chocolate mousse. It's kind of that consistency, and then it's like really almost liquidy on the brush, and then it sets down to something super matte. This is not my preferred formula, but if you like something like this, I think it's a nice one because it's very smooth and blurry. Then I also tried the Essence Baby Got Bronze Shimmering Bronzer in the lightest shade. This is shade 10 Golden Hour, and the thing with this one is it is a very beautifully blendable bronzer, really easy to use. I really like the color of it, but it definitely has a larger visible shimmer particle. You can definitely count the different shimmers on your skin when you apply this. It's not like a feel of shimmer. It's not like a sheen. It's definitely a shimmery bronzer. So if you don't mind a shimmery bronzer, maybe you even love a shimmery bronzer, this could definitely be something for you. I think there's definitely a time and place for this. It works really well. Me personally, I would have preferred if it was more like a sheen. I just more quickly reach for a bronzer that has a sheen over a shimmer, but that is also personal preference. And now it's more a bronzer for a very specific moment, occasion, like maybe going to a party or going to the beach, I don't know. So I do think this is a good bronzer, but it's more of a glittery bronzer than like a shimmer sheen. Then we have the Essence Baby Got Diamond highlighter stick that I tried in my first impression video. I wasn't super excited about this. It felt like the shimmer in this was pretty sparse, and I didn't love the look of that on the cheeks. I do believe that in that video I applied this with a brush, or maybe even applied it directly on the skin. But after that video, I did apply it once again, and I did really kind of like rub my finger into the product really coated my finger with the product and then I applied that to my skin. And I feel like that made the highlighter look much less sparse. Like a shimmer and a highlighter look much less sparse. And it looked a little bit more like the other highlighters, the other sheer shimmery white highlighters that Essence and Catrice have come out with. I think Build Up, this is actually quite a nice highlighter. This is not a highlighter that dries down. It still has a little bit of that balmy feel, but it's not heavy, it's not sticky, at least according to me and on my dry skin type. I think this is a pretty cute one. It kind of surprised me that I could still make it work, but it definitely works once Build Up. You kind of like added different layers, so the sparseness is kind of like filled up by more shimmer. So I think this definitely can work. I still think that the Catrice one, the Diamond Haze one, is my favorite. I think that one is really nice and a little bit more impactful than this one, but a little bit less chunky than the My Heart Beats Disco highlighter by Essence. I will insert some swatches. I did some comparisons in some different videos. I also did some comparisons in the Catrice update video. So yeah, there's definitely a way to apply this, but I do think that this is a nice highlighter. Generally, I do really like the products that Essence has in their stick format. And then something that I've been really enjoying is these Super Peptide lip tints. These three shades are not extremely different, not very far from each other. Like we have a mauve shade, a pink shade, and a peachy pink shade. These are all pretty sheer, so I don't think you need all three, but I really love this formula. I really love the clear one that they came out with, I think last year. I've basically used mine up and I kind of lost it and I'm missing it in my life. And now we have these colored ones. I think this is a great formula. It's very nice and glossy. It has a soft vanilla scent, which I definitely don't mind. I actually quite enjoy it. And it's just very hydrating. It makes my lips feel really good. I think this is a great formula. I really like these. I would love to see more shades. I would love to see more options. This might be my favorite squeezy lip balm, lip treatment kind of product. I really enjoy these. Then to me, these Glossy Glaze lip products weren't really a success. I bought two shades. I have shade 02 On Cloud Nude, and then I also have shade 03 Pink Things Up. And these to me had a lot of potential. I was pretty excited to try these out, but I just don't feel like these look very smooth on the lips. They really emphasize texture. They really make my lips look extra dry. They feel pretty good, but they don't look very good. I'm just not a big fan of these. And also the fact that this sticker goes all over the packaging and there's no way to kind of like open it up. Like I had to kind of like tear this away and it's just not looking very appealing. That I also don't like, but that's like a nitpicky kind of thing. If these were a great formula, I could definitely have looked past that, but I just don't feel like these look very flattering on the lips. So these are definitely not favorites for me. Maybe if you have like super smooth lips, you never had a dry lip day in your life, these could work for you. Then this one is a really interesting lip gloss. This is a Pearly Potion Multi-Reflective Lip Gloss by Essence. This is a very comfortable lip gloss. You don't really feel the shimmer particles on the lips. It's not gritty. And it's kind of like a shifty lip gloss. And it also has kind of like a peachy shimmer on the lips. The more you apply of this, the more you build it up, the more you see that shift. But then of course it also becomes a little bit too thick and stringy. But if you use like a normal amount of this, it's a really nice shimmery lip gloss. It adds some dimension to the lips. It's not glittery, it's definitely shimmery. And I think it's just really fun. You can also top something over with this. I like the packaging, I like the vibe, I like the shift. I think this is a cute lip product. It looks really nice on the lips and it feels good. And it also doesn't disappear off the lips right away. It does have some lasting power. Then this one I actually really enjoy. This is the Essence Jelly Jewels Glitter Eyeshadow Topper and I have the shade 02 Celestial Shimmer. This is a jelly eyeshadow topper that has a multicolor kind of like shimmery sparkle on the lid. It's very dimensional. It's very fun. It's not chunky. This is something, however, where you have to pay a little bit of attention. Like don't apply too much, but if you apply too much and it starts looking a little bit chunky, even as it has dried down, because it does dry fully down, once it is dried down, even then you can kind of like go over your lid and kind of blend it out and make it look a little bit less chunky. In the demo I actually applied a little bit too much. It started looking a little bit funky and I could just go over it with my finger and blend it out, and it looked so fun and dimensional. It really has those different sparkles on the lid. You can really see those different colors, which is really fun, and it also didn't dry out on me. If you've seen my Catrice review video, the cream eyeshadow dried out on me. This one is still very much fine. This is really nice. It's a beautiful topper. It really takes your look to the next level. I think they did a really great job with this. Like, this looks really fun and it really gives me those textured indie vibes, and I really love it when Essence and Catrice do things like this. Then the last product for this video is gonna be the Essence Eye Sparkle liquid liner. This is just a really fun product. It is a champagne shimmery liquid eyeliner that you can use for the inner corner, that you can use for some details, that you can use to kind of like top over things on the lid and just add a little bit of sparkle. Like, you can do different things with this. I don't feel like there's a lot of product in here. Well, we have 4 milliliters in this. I don't know, do I have anything to compare this to? In the matte ones we have 3 milliliters. Is that true? 4 milliliters and 3. How is that possible? There's more in this than in this. This is such a compact packaging. Alright, I didn't say anything. I haven't said anything. Okay, so this is a really nice wet looking sparkle. You can use it different ways. I really like it for the inner corner to top over things. Really, really nice. This is a fun product. Also dries down completely. I personally don't really use this as a liner, but you can use it to top a liner, for example. So I think this is a great product. I had a lot of fun with this. This does add a little bit of a fun sparkle to the look. And then that's gonna be everything for the Essence Spring 2025 update, my reviews that I had to share with you. Thanks so much for watching, and then I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.